All right, people, Catfish Dave here. We are here in the later summer. It is now August. It is hot. It's in the 90s. I brought my usual sun hat and it blew out of the boat. I tried to go back and get it and it already sunk. I made a few videos in Fort Loudon Reservoir. I was on some skipjack at the dam. Well, then I went on vacation for about a week, and when I come back, my skipjack scattered. So it took me 2 days to find the bait for this video. I said, if the bait's gonna be that hard to come up with this time of year, I'm gonna fish somewhere that's better than Fort Loudon Reservoir. So I'm down here on Chickamauga. I have not been on Chickamauga since my lower unit went out. I don't know how long ago that was. I guess back in June was the last time I was on this lake. I don't know what's going on. Don't know where the fish are yet. So we're starting from scratch, but before it's over with, we're gonna find some fish. The main thing going for me is my bait is fresh. Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, this bait is not lasting long in this cooler at all. I mean, it just is not lasting long. I just put that ice in there. Cut up some of these fresh skips. Took me 2 days to find this bait. Sure did. I don't think I need that. Go ahead and cut a little up here. Slap dab in the middle of the afternoon by the time I drove down here to good old Chattanooga, Tennessee from Sevier County. Now, anytime you come to a lake and you ain't been on it a while, you don't know if they're hitting heads best, you don't know if they're hitting the chunks best, you don't know anything. You're not even sure where they're at yet. So I have cut up 2 heads and 2 chunks, and we will just go through the feeling out process of which one is best. Woo, that water is warm. Water temps are almost 86 degrees. I fished hotter water. I fished the James River this time last year and the water temps were 90. So 85, it's pretty hot. But this reservoir generally keeps some flow in it, so I'm not really worried about any kind of thermocline in this thing, just because of the amount of flow that goes through this reservoir. Now back home, we can surely get the thermocline. Here comes some big yacht headed straight for me. See if he's got enough sense to go around me. It's a big lake. He should be able to get around me. Anytime I'm pulling heads and chunks, the heads are the hardest ones to get off the hook. So I'll put them on my outside boards because the outside board is the hardest one to replace when some dink comes up and knocks your bait off. So I like to throw the heads on the outside boards just to start. We are in 49 feet here, and I believe this is getting shallower. I'm gonna try the same thing that was working back in Fort Loudon, which is hitting some of these areas that I think would be conducive for river mussels, because they do like to eat them river mussels this time of year. I've got some flow going on in the river. That's good. It's hard to get any flow in old Fort Loudon Reservoir. Yep, here comes the old Queen Mary, wide open, straight from my boat. We'll see what happens today, this hot summer day, down here on Chickamauga Reservoir. We should be in full post-spawn mode, meaning all fish should be off the nest. Go ahead and lock that down. Sun's right in the camera. That's the way our rivers flow, which is terrible for video. Say, I don't know what these fish are doing yet. Don't know if they're on the humps, don't know if they're in the holes, don't know if they're sitting on structure. We may score right away. We may have to experiment. I would rather score right away and just have an easy day. The good old strychnine dragon weight from Chasing Outdoors. Of course, these are the Chasing cat rods from Chasing Outdoors. I've been using them a while. Just an old composite blank mixture of a graphite and glass. Not quite as bulky. Is that a fish? Or am I dragging something right there? Here comes the waves from the old battleship. That's what we need. I like getting my boat rocked when I'm trying to get everything set up. Makes it easier. Easier to fall off the boat. There we go, nice center chunk. I'll check the time here in a minute. It was about 1:30 in the afternoon, I believe, when I got the boat in the water. Could be about 2 now, I don't know. We'll just have to see. It's gonna get hotter as it gets later. These old summer fish are usually willing to bite, long as you're on them. Yeah, this river's got some decent flow to it because I'm pulling 0.4 and got plenty of tension on those boards. Chickamauga is not a very deep reservoir compared to some of the other ones in East Tennessee, which I would rather pull a fish up out of 40 or 50 foot than I would 80 foot because it's less reeling. Less work on my shoulder, less work on my reel. The same thing is accomplished. Not seeing a whole lot of bass fishermen out here today. I have seen some pleasure boats, big ones. The big pleasure boats are the most likely to leave you big waves. The bass fishermen are the most likely to run your boat slap over, not watching where they're going 80 mile an hour. Once I get this rod set, I'm gonna grab me a snack and a cold bottle of water, and we're gonna see what happens here on Chickamauga Reservoir. Sir, I am very happy that it being over 90 degrees with a heat index of 101 that the wind is blowing, or it would be miserable. Well, okay. I am going to check the time. It's not quite 2 o'clock, it's 1:48. I like to keep an eye on the time so I know how much time has went by, so I know if I'm doing good or doing bad. Woo! I'm gonna watch my graph here as I go. Get an idea of what's going on here where we're at. I am seeing lots of bait fish. Big school of bait right there, about mid-range, down to about 25 foot. This old low ranch done gave up the ghost on me. It turned itself on one night. There, now it's starting to work. You just never know when that low ranch is gonna work. I may turn the side scan on the low ranch since it is gonna work for now. We are getting shallower into 46 now, basically working a big hump in the river here. A lot of times these fish like to set up right towards the top of the thing. Once we get up here a little more ways, these two boards will be dragging the channel. These two boards will be working kind of like an underwater island right on the ledge of that. So we'll kind of be working structure and open water at the same time as we're coming up here. We'll see which side of the boat produces best as we're coming up along this thing. Sometimes structure is best, sometimes you do best slap dab in the middle of the river. Time to grab a piece of watermelon. I'm gonna start chewing on this peanut butter sandwich. Have not had any bites from the small dinky fish. I don't mind that. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot! Gosh, dang it! Didn't even get my watermelon chewed up. Woo! This was on a headpiece. Oh, yeah. Feels pretty good. Oh, no, he come off. Gosh, dang it, man. Gosh, dang it. Short striking fish. Fish felt good, man. Caused me to drop a little bit of my watermelon. Gosh, dang it, felt good. Pulled a little bit of drag. Gosh, dang it. Well, y'all, left board on a headpiece out here on the channel, right on this hump. Wasn't a bad one, because he did pull some drag. We'll never get to see him. I'll get this line back out and I'll finish my peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, I do believe we had a pretty decent one there. Well, dag busted. Uh-oh. There's one on the chunk. This one don't feel as big as that first one that hit, but it's a fish. And if he comes in, the skunk is out of the boat. That first one had some drag coming out of the reel. Let's see what this is. Just now getting my peanut butter sandwich chewed up. Yeah. Let's get the skunk out of the boat. See what we got here. Don't feel real small, but these fish will fool you, especially with some current. Come on up. Yeah, it's not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all. Not a bad fish. Ain't no Fort Loudon dinky fish. Yeah, not bad at all. That first one was bigger, but we'll take this one. Yeah. If he ever wears out. Come on up in here. Come on up in here. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Come on now. Don't be pulling drag now. Come on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not a bad fish. He's good 30-something inch fish. Unreal thing. Better hurry up before I get hit again. I hate the sun's in the camera, but this ain't big enough to spin the boat around. We'll just hold him up there. Come on, get that hook out of there. There you go. Got my knot messed up. Get this out of the way here. Just in case something else hits, I'll need my net. Yeah, that's a respectable first fish, y'all. Nice long fish. Nice long fish. Come on now. Come on now. He's a 20-something pounder. Yeah, straighten the tail out. You're on camera, bud. I ain't gonna do it. All right. We could be doing something right. Shot at a couple good ones so far. One in the boat. That was a chunk. We'll throw another chunk on. Boy, this ice is melting fast. Oh shoot, that's the head piece. That's the head piece. That's the head. Got one on fighting this one. He may get in that one because I don't have it on a board. He just buried the old rod there. If he keeps going to the right, we might not have a mess. He's coming to the boat. That's always nice. Swimming straight to the boat. Yeah. 45 foot. Yeah. So far we're doing pretty good, y'all. On the head piece. Smaller than that last one we got. Come right off the structure. That's more of a Fort Loudon size fish there. Fort Loudon size. Come on now. Get up in here. Ho, 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 ho. I'm gonna throw this board on here, y'all. This is old summer size fish, or Fort Loudon Watts Bar size fish. He's a fish. That's about all I can say about him. Yeah. I can get plenty of those back home. There we go. Gotta watch these old cheap hooks, make sure the ends ain't bent. Well, all right, y'all, 2 fish in the boat in a fairly short time. Oh gosh, oh lordy, that's a drag pulling fish. I hope he don't come off. God almighty, he hit some drag out of that reel. Lord, that's on a chunk. And he hit that drag hard. Please don't come off, because these are the kind of fish that will come off. He's coming up. I don't really want him in that other line. I may let this one go out. Let me try that. Let me see if that does any good to let this go out. He's going out that way. He's going out to the left. Keep going out to the left, brother. That's good. Oh yeah. And he hit that bait hard. He hit that bait hard. Get some pretty good head shakes out of this one. So this feels like a good one. Keep going, stay out of that line. He's on top of the water already. On top of the water, a wallering. Get away from my board, man. Get away from that board. Get out of that line. Well, he pulled all that drag and then just come straight to the top. I'm gonna put tension on this. Man, he's making it difficult just being at the top of the water like that. Yeah, come on up. Now he's swimming again. Now he's swimming again, going back down. Yeah, this feels like a good one. Come on up here. He is making it very difficult coming to the top of the water like that and just rolling. Yeah. See what we got here. See what we got. Well, that fish pulled a lot more than what he is. I mean, it pulled way more than what it is. It's not a bad fish at all. But it just hit a lot bigger. Another solid one. 30-something inch fish. Come on. That was on the chunk too, so this lets me know they're hitting all the baits just as well as the other. Oh yeah, and that fish fought so much harder than what he is, man. I mean, he's nice, but just ain't. The way he hit, man, I thought we had a 60-pounder on there. Sun's in the camera. Oh well, it ain't a world record, so we won't worry about it. Don't get crazy on me now. Not a bad fish. Well, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and say I've picked the right spot right off the bat. And we just may have a pretty good day out here. The chunks aren't junk, they're actually catching fish. And I'm not getting any of that little dinky 1 to 2 pound catfish stuff like I do back home. None of those kind of bites today. And I'm absolutely fine with that. I'll tell you what, we're getting just as much out there on the hump, middle of that channel. Say, I've got this island over here, but not a whole lot coming off it. We did catch 2 there. 1 decent one. So these fish are just in scattered mode, feeding post-spawn. They're just scattered out. That's fine, because the technique we're doing works great for that. I'm gonna pull for a while and see where the hottest area is. We may pull that hot area again. May not have to. May have so many fish in the boat, all we gotta do is stay afloat. Woo-wee, it's hot out here. Woo-wee, it's hot. I'm getting a headache. I feel a headache coming on fast. There might be a breeze, but this 90-something degrees and no hat. It's got me feeling a little funky here. Y'all, my gosh dang camera. Well, all right, y'all. My camera shut off, overheated, plus the battery was out at the same time. This red board got hit with the fish. That fish may still be on there, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film out here in 90-something degrees. I may have to go back and get that umbrella and put over this camera, plus the fan on it. I figured with the wind blowing it wouldn't overheat that bad. But it did. It flat said it's overheated. Let me see if that fish is still on here. I believe he is. I may have left him on so long he's going to tangle up my other lines, messing with my camera. Do I even have the microphone working? Yeah. Yeah, 91 degrees, 92 degrees, whatever it is. Those 4K cameras do not like that kind of heat. I have no idea what I have on here because I just watched him hit. I now have my fan on the camera, plus the wind that's blowing. Maybe it'll stay running here for a little bit. Am I hit there? I bet this fish has got that because he was on there for so long. Yeah, sure enough, we got a miss. Yeah, he was on there so long, we got a miss. Let me pop this board. That'll take the tension off getting this one in. I don't know what we got. Get up here so I can untangle my lines, man. Let's see what we got. He's a nice one. I mean, he's just, yeah, there's my other line. He's decent. See if I can get him in without too much trouble here. Don't want him to spin that line. Yeah, another decent one. I'm happy about that, other than the mess I've got. Come on. Come on. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Try to get this untangled real quick. A more marked up fish. Post spawn. See if we can get this undone, y'all. I bet I got hit on that board right there while I'm playing with this, because it's loose. Sure enough, that's a good fish on there, man. We're all tangled up here. We're all tangled up here. That's a good fish on there too. Maybe he'll stick. Yeah, all this started because of camera overheating and shutting off. All right, y'all, let's just cut this to get it over with. The only way to do it in a fast time. Only way to do it in a fast time. And it still ain't fast. The fact that that board is busted loose, he'll probably tangle up into that one. There's another really nice fish. Can't see that good because of the sun. He's turning the tail towards me. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get him in. Let's pull this one in. If he's on. Is he on? Yeah, he's on. Now he's way out there. Way out there. Woo! He's at the top of the waterway out there. I might as well just spot lock here, y'all, because I basically just fishing with one rod right now. And we have some old Fort Loudon size fish here. Watts bar size fish, whatever you want to call them. Another summer size fish. He's hooked in the, gosh dang. He's hooked in the side of the head there. Hold still, man. Getting all funky with me. Yeah. All right, y'all, let me retie some lines. I got to pull this one in, reset it. Well, all right, y'all, a little bit of catfish chaos right there. Combined with camera chaos. Well, all right, y'all, I had to stop and just leave this camera off for about 30 minutes, let it cool down. So yeah, it's not running at all in this 90-something degree heat. I'm gonna have to remember to bring an umbrella to put over it and a fan. Woo! Okay, we're hooked up. Let's see if my camera will stay on, y'all. It's done been off twice. Old headpiece. If it shuts off on this fish, I'm just gonna go back to the ramp. Come on in here. Not a bad bite out here, but the heat is bad. Oh yeah. Feels decent, feels decent. Come on. Yeah. Maybe I can get some cloud cover, y'all. Knock some of that sun out. Barely behind the cloud now. This does not feel bad here so far. Yeah. Yeah. Come on up here, brother. Guess we're gonna take him on this side. Hey, don't feel bad. Come on now. Don't do that crazy rolling stuff. Yeah, feels good. Oh, he's got my line, I believe, y'all. He sure does, or he tried to get it. Maybe not. Maybe he come out of it. What do we got here? Yeah, I believe he does have my line. Yeah, he does. That's a good one too, boy. Let me pop this board loose. Pop that board loose. That's a good fish. That is the biggest of the trip. We'll take that right there if I get him in. Sometimes having that line around him can make him come off, y'all. He's a good one. He's a fat one. He's a fat one. No, 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 no. Now he just pulls some drag. He just pulls some drag. Thought we had him close. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the heaviest one right there. This current's moving pretty good through here, y'all, so it's not easy to do this. Come on, come on. He ain't coming up no time soon. Come on. Oh shit, oh shit, get in there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the heaviest fish of the trip right there. Definitely the heaviest. Slow way down here. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, it's a decent one for out here in the heat of the day. Come on, camera, stay on. Yeah. 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 That's a decent one right there. He got some weight on him. Oh, yeah. These old barrel fish. Old hot barrel fish. All right, y'all. I'm going to spin the boat, man. Get a picture of this fish. And I'm going to call it with this. It's hot out here and my camera keeps shutting off. I meant to get a bottle of water and this fish hit when I'm trying to get the water, so I didn't even get that. So I'm going to spin the boat out of the sun a little bit. Oh, he ain't gonna straighten out for the camera, but that's okay. Woo! Because it's hot, and I'm gonna call it a day. Spent half this video time out here with the camera off, so either way, y'all, come out here. Just a better lake than my home lake. Every trip proves that, but you know, had a good time out here. What little bit of time I was here, got to reel in some fish. Had a little bit of catfish chaos going on there, but that's all part of it. This is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes the fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.